Greetings students. Today we are going to learn about one of USA's leading electric power company, Duke Energy. Let us know this company in a much better way. Duke Energy, headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina, is the largest electric power holding company in the United States, with assets also in Canada and Latin America. Based in Charlotte, North Carolina, Duke Energy owns 58,200 megawatts of base load and peak generation in the United States, which it distributes to its 7.1 million customers. Duke Energy's service territory covers 104,000 square miles, 270,000 km per square, with 250,200 miles, 4,02,700 km of distribution lines. In addition, Duke Energy has more than 4,300 megawatts of electric generation in Latin America. It operates 8 hydroelectric power plants in Brazil with an installed capacity of 2,307 megawatts. Almost all of Duke Energy's Midwest generation comes from coal, natural gas, or oil, while half of its Carolinas generation comes from its nuclear power plants. During 2006, Duke Energy generated 14 crore 87 lakhs 98,332 megawatt hours of electrical energy. Duke Energy Generation Services (DEGS), a subsidiary of Duke Energy, specializes in the development, ownership, and operation of various generation facilities throughout the United States. This segment of the company operates 6,600 megawatts of generation. 240 megawatts of wind generation were under construction and 1,500 additional megawatts of wind generation were in planning stages. On September 9, 2008, DEGS updated its projection for future wind power capacity. By the end of 2008, it would have over 500 megawatt of nameplate capacity of wind power online and an additional 5,000 megawatt in development. The company began in 1900 as the Catawba Power Company when Dr. Walker Gill Wiley and his brother financed the building of a hydroelectric power station at India Hook called along the Catawba River near India Hook, South Carolina. In need of additional funding to further his ambitious plan for construction of a series of hydroelectric power plants, Wiley convinced James Buchanan Duke to invest in the Southern Power Company, founded in 1905. In 1917, the Wateree Power Company was formed as a holding company for several utilities that had been founded or owned by Duke, his family, or his associates, and in 1924, the name was changed to Duke Power. Duke announced on June 18, 2013 that CEO Jim Rogers was retiring and Lynn Good would become the new CEO. Rogers has been CEO and chairman since 2006, while Good was chief financial officer of Duke since 2009, having joined Duke in the 2006 Synergy merger. Rogers' retirement was part of an agreement to end an investment into Duke's Progress Energy acquisition 2012. On March 16, 2006, Duke Power announced that a Cherokee County SC site had been selected for a potential new nuclear power plant. The site is jointly owned by Duke Power and Southern Company. Duke plans to develop the site for 2 Westinghouse Electric Company AP1000 advanced passive pressurized water reactors. Each reactor is capable of producing approximately 1,117 megawatts. On December 14, 2007, Duke Power submitted a combined construction and operating license to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission with an announcement that it will spend $160 million in 2008 on the plan with a total cost of $5 to $6 billion. This site will be adjacent to the old site, which was never completed and abandoned in the early 80s and used by James Cameron as a film set for the 1989 movie The Abysses.
Since 2007, Duke Energy Renewables has invested more than $2.5 billion to build wind farms in communities across the country. Duke Energy Renewables is part of Duke Energy, one of the largest electric utilities in the U.S. Headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina, Duke Energy serves approximately 4 million customers. In addition to operating fossil-fueled, nuclear, and hydroelectric power plants in North and South America, Duke Energy owns and operates large-scale wind and solar farms across the United States.
Investing in wind power is just one way Duke Energy can create long-lasting, quality generation assets that help us serve our customers with clean, affordable, and reliable power. And we're proud because in doing so, we extend the long, rich history of Duke Energy in benefiting our communities and the environment.
There's a lot that goes into siting, building, and putting a wind farm into operation. Once a potential site is identified, we open a dialogue with local stakeholders. Then we undertake an impact analysis to ensure that the site is appropriate for further development. If it is, we sign land leases, begin collecting wind data, and study environmental and transmission impacts further.
These two gentlemen pulled up on the place and they asked us if we were interested in wind turbines. And they kind of described what they were looking for and, asked, if they could put up a Met tower and to see if we had good enough winds to support this wind farm.
At that point, we stop and reassess the project's viability. If we elect to proceed, we conduct town hall meetings and participate in public hearings, both to inform the community and to get their feedback.
In 1999, the United States Environmental Protection Agency commenced an enforcement action against Duke Energy for making modification to very old and deteriorating coal-burning power plants without getting permits under the Clean Air Cut. Duke asserted that modifications under the Clean Air Cut did not require a permit. Environmental groups asserted that Duke was using loopholes in the law to increase emissions. Initially, Duke prevailed at the trial court level, but in 2006, the case was argued before the Supreme Court. Environmental Defense versus Duke Energy Corporation. The court unanimously ruled on April 2, 2007 that the modifications allowed the power plants to operate for more hours, increasing emissions, so Clean Air Cut permits were needed. On February 14, 2011, Greenpeace launched a campaign in which Phil Radford called on Duke Energy to not renew a single new contract for mountaintop removal coal, deliver at least a third of Duke's energy from renewable sources by 2020, and quit coal altogether by 2030. As part of the Greenpeace campaign, university student activists launched a divestment campaign against Duke Energy and other coal plant operations in May of 2013. In July 2012, Duke Energy was criticized for paying former Progress Energy CEO Bill Johnson $44 million in compensation, including $10 million severance for essentially 20 minutes on the job as Duke CEO. On July 10, new CEO Jim Rogers spoke before the NC Utilities Commission, explaining the reason for Johnson's dismissal as loss of confidence. He also mentioned an autocratic style, though some former Progress directors disagreed. In December 2011, the non-partisan organization Public Campaign criticized Duke Energy for spending $17.47 million on lobbying and not paying any taxes during 2008 through 2010 and receiving $216 million in tax rebates despite making a profit of $5.4 billion and increasing executive pay by 145% to $17.2 million in 2010 for its top 5 executives. The company has recently become the object of protest for its close relationship to the Democratic Party and its funding for the 2012 Democratic National Convention. In 2012, Duke Energy was awarded the IG Nobel Prize in Economics for adapting the mathematical concept of imaginary numbers for use in the business world. So students, we got to know about the various aspects of Duke Energy. Hope you must have got useful information about the company. Have a nice day. Goodbye.